Zipper down. Out. So anyways, Brad, I've been thinking about a lot about life lately. And oh, there we go. Anyways, life. It's this thing. It starts at one point and it ends at a different point. But, WWII, it's forever. Yeah, you go back 100 million years and you still have WWII. Dinosaurs, they're beatboxing to WWII. They're like, oh, this is my jams, dog. This is my jams. And I'm sitting here taking a pee, thinking about WWII. I mean, sitting here taking a pee, thinking about WWII. And it's not a big deal. It's just like WWII is life, man. And the dinosaurs, they were also like, yeah, WWII, it's like life. In my pants.
Good morning, Houghton County. What a liner to start the show off.
Oh, yeah.
Let's add that. What a liner to start the show off. That is, that describes how I'm feeling this morning, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
It's been a morning already, and I've been up for an hour.
Yeah.
All right. What's up, Houghton County? Welcome back to the Chach Show. It's currently 8:06 a.m. on this fall Sunday morning, and it is a brisk morning.
Oh, yeah.
I had to walk from DHH, man. It is a brisk morning. It's chilly.
It was kind of chilly just coming down that elevator.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Feel that pressure difference, huh?
Oh, yeah. Feel the pressure difference.
I'm Tony.
I'm RJ.
And we're back to bring you your weekly update, or as I should say, bi-weekly update at this point.
Bi-weekly, yeah.
We kind of got canceled last week.
It's all good.
I mean, we're not in trouble or anything. I mean,
No.
we could be.
We could be. We never know.
Yeah, they haven't talked to us about any of that yet. So our campus update, we are back to health and safety level 3. That's always a struggle for me to say, by the way.
Yeah.
Health and safety level.
Yeah.
I always want to say health and level safety, which makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, that just like, I mean, I failed grammar and like I even know that doesn't sound right, but you do you, man.
I also feel grammar. That's okay,
Oh, solid.
English isn't my strong suit. That's why I'm not majoring in it.
Yes, that's why I'm an engineer.
I do as little English as possible.
Yep.
Whenever I can.
It's facts.
I'm good at spelling. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, I'm terrible at spelling. You know this.
Oh yeah, you're horrible.
I'm terrible at
You're
spelling.
so bad. It's bad.
It's bad.
So I almost said it again. Health and safety level 3. The lectures are online and in person, like how we started the year pretty much. The game rooms and accessory rooms are open with little to no rental of equipment, as in bocce ball sets. Can we get an F in the chat?
Can we get a F in the chat that we can't? Like, I mean, I ordered, like, well, my parents sent me ping pong paddles.
Yeah. You were smart.
The people next to us have pool sets,
cues.
and then my roommate got a like air hockey set. So we're set for the game room. But
I have air hockey stuff. Oh wait, no, I don't. We sold it. Never mind.
Yeah.
I have ping pong stuff. No air hockey stuff. Man. Yeah. I'm just ready for those to be back open, fully. But I mean, it's winter. It's not like I'm gonna be going outside to play bocce ball or cornhole anytime soon.
Bocce ball in the snow could be kind of fun, but it's gonna be a lot of throwing it straight up in the air
and just having it.
Make a big dent in the
It's
snow.
like play Battleship with bocce ball. There you go.
That'd be fun.
There you go.
That'd be fun.
Set up a giant plywood thing in the middle. You just have to lob it over.
You could like drill some holes in it.
Oh yeah.
Anyone that's bored,
If you're willing to donate a bocce ball battleship
to the Chach Show, we'll go out there and play it. We'll record it just for your entertainment.
Oh yeah, we'll post it on our Twitter. Speaking of which, we have a Twitter.
Yes, we do have a Twitter now.
It's at Chach_MTU.
We also have a YouTube channel.
We do have a YouTube, so all of our
shows
will be recorded. Do you know how long it takes for you to record and upload?
I mean, not that long. I could do it today at some point, but
so it'll be up today. We also have an email. Email us now.
Yeah,
if you want to stay connected.
Mm-hmm.
It is, what is it? At chachshowmtu@gmail.com. At CHACH. Did I say that right? CHACH showmtu@gmail.com.
The good old at Gmail.
At gmail.com. I'm not doing no custom domain. Same thing with Twitter at CHACH_MTU. Stay connected.
Yeah, stay connected.
I'll be posting links there after the show. about what we're talking about, so you guys can stay connected.
Yeah.
COVID. Here's your COVID update. Michigan Tech is down to 31 cases in the last 2 weeks, down from 48.
That's kind of a dub.
That is a fat dub. Part of that due to level 4.
Yeah, the 2 weeks of
Health and safety. I said it right. Health and safety level 4.
Yeah, 2 weeks of not supposed to be going out, wearing masks everywhere.
Don't go to class.
Don't go to class.
All my labs were put online.
Oh, see, I had an in-person lab, but it was optional that 1 week, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah, no, mine are online.
Yeah.
I didn't leave my dorm room. I hate to say it. I hate to be that one guy that never leaves his dorm room, but
It's truly unfortunate.
yes. I mean, I got out. Don't get me wrong. I got out.
Yeah.
I went into town a few days, but didn't leave my dorm room other than food.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was
How's
doing
that-
homework.
How's that walk every single day to get food from here at night?
Oh, to come here?
Yeah.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. I usually just get stuff from DHH and heat
Keep
it up for dinner.
Heat it up. That's smart.
Especially if it's like a nasty day out like it has been the past 2-3 days.
What do you mean it's not nasty? It's snowing.
Yeah, but it's cold, windy.
That's why you wear a jacket.
Nah, we still wearing shorts today. I'm still in shorts today.
That's true. We went on a
still
hike.
short
We went on a hike the other day.
We did.
Covered in mud. My
yeah.
Timbs
Covered in mud.
covered in mud.
So are mine.
Yeah.
But I don't care about my
I mean,
boots.
my Timbs are like like the nice.
They're those nice bougie.
Yeah, the nice bougie. The new tennis shoe Timbs. Those
Yeah,
kind of things.
yeah.
They're not really made for going through
Keep in
mud.
mind, he knew we were going on a hike.
Okay, in my defense,
He
I
knew
thought
we were going on a hike.
I didn't know where this hike was. I didn't know what the hike was going to be about, and I thought, oh, it's just going to be like every bougie national park,
No,
state park.
no,
kinda
we're going.
hike. No,
we're going through the
this
woods.
is what was it? Montreal Falls.
Montreal Falls.
Yeah, where it was like through the woods.
Everyone listening is gonna be like, "Oh, that's no big deal."
Yeah, it's like no big deal.
It was an easy hike.
It was an easy hike, but you gotta remember, it had rained and
It
snowed.
It was muddy.
It was very muddy.
It was muddy about half of it.
Yeah, and then there was random streams coming through the
Through
woods.
trees.
Yes.
The stream through the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, back to the COVID update. We got off on a little tangent there. 8,028,332 cases nationally. We've officially broken 8 million cases.
That's not good.
That's not good. That's not good.
That's I don't know.
That's over. That's every 8 in 300 people have it. What are you looking at?
The population of America.
It's 300 million.
Yeah, so
Okay. So 4 in 150. I'm just doing the math. 2 in 75. Every 2 in 75 people
that's crazy.
statistically have had COVID.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. It's yeah. It's not good.
That's if you really think about it. I don't know how many Wadsworth is the biggest dorm in Michigan.
Yes. Something like that.
And so there's what? Over
There's probably 3,000.
3,000 in here.
Maybe. Right around that. I'd say not that many, but definitely a majority of tech students live in WADs.
Yeah. So if you really think about it, that's
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. And if we're looking at that ratio of 2 to 75, that's a good chunk of the dorm.
That is a good chunk. Well, I mean, didn't the whole football team have it?
Apparently.
Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, don't quote us on that. But apparently
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard. And that was the massive spike we had that 1 week.
Yeah.
Was when the entire football team.
And then our numbers have been slowly going down from there, which is good.
Yeah.
that they're
We don't
going-
know if that's true. We don't know if it was the entire football team or
No.
it was just a few players. But
But-
I know that they all had to quarantine.
Yeah.
So
We have 217,918 deaths from yesterday. That's 1,000 more.
that's sad.
That's sad.
Wear
That's
your
sad.
mask.
Yeah, wear your mask. Don't.
Don't
We'll talk about
Yeah,
this.
we'll
There's a site. We're gonna be talking about
Yeah.
this in a few.
Mm-hmm.
But it's I mean, Europe cases have been spiking. I don't know
Yeah.
if you heard that. Europe cases have spiked,
My-
Florida level bad.
Yeah.
Back in June, July, whichever. No, I think it was July. Whenever Florida hit the record high, 17,000 in a day.
Yeah.
It's that bad in Europe right now.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Italy Italy was doing a horrible.
Mm-hmm.
I know Eastern. Italy isn't Eastern Europe, is it? I'm not. It's not Eastern,
It's more
but
like
it's Central.
it's like central southern.
Yeah, it's like the Texas of Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With the little boot.
yeah, with the little boot. There
The
you
little
go.
boot, yeah.
There you go. It's fitting. Cowboy boots.
Cowboy boots, yeah.
No, Italy was doing horrible. I don't think Italy's bad. I don't have the actual like
have
map
it up either,
pulled
yeah.
up, but it's their Europe cases are spiking.
Mm-hmm.
So don't go to Europe.
Don't go to Europe.
Don't go to Europe.
Don't travel at all, to be honest. Just stay home.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
In this day and time, technology, you can FaceTime anyone you want around the world in 2 seconds.
I've been doing too much of that.
I know, I have too.
Yeah, that's
But
also
it's-
one of the
but
reasons.
it's nice, though.
It's nice. We get to talk to people.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna switch topics here off COVID because that's a downer.
Dude, the man.
The man.
The
So-
man, the myth, the legend.
So, you're how many? There's the Bill of Rights, right?
Yes, there's a Bill
You
of
have
Rights.
you have the First Amendment, freedom of speech.
Yes.
The Second Amendment, right to bear arms. Third Amendment is no housing quarters,
Yeah.
soldiers. 4 is whatever, and it just keeps going on. After 5, don't quote me. I don't know my
Yeah,
my rights.
History's hard.
Yeah, but apparently there's an 11th now.
Yes.
There's an 11th right that everyone, I guess, has according to this man in Houghton. It's your right to party.
Oh, yes.
Now, the Beastie Boys weren't serious. At least I don't think they could have been.
They could have been.
They could have been. The Beastie Boys are the Beastie Boys. That's a great song, by the way.
Yeah.
What is it? It's like Right to Party. I
I don't know.
feel like I should know the song.
But so, just to give a little preference, me and Tony and a few of the guys went for a drive, and we drove past we drove like down Frat Row, right?
Yeah,
There's
Main
a-
Street in Houghton.
Main Street. There was a guy standing out in
He had
front of.
He was wearing wasn't it an American flag as a cape?
It was American flag as a cape. It was
Bathing
like
suit,
bathing suit.
no top,
Yeah, no top, with a sign that just said, "I want my right to party."
or it's like it's my right to party.
And the way it looked like is he had a beer in one hand and a blunt in the other, and somehow was still holding up this sign. And like, I'm talking about like how cold it was, like 60 degrees that day. Like, it was not.
It's in parentheses, you gotta fight, close parentheses, fight, or open parentheses, you gotta, close parentheses, fight for your right, open parentheses, to party, close parentheses. I knew
Yeah.
it was something along those lines.
But I mean, this man was standing out there. I'm not talking about like he was out there for like.
A
30,
few, like a
40.
half hour.
It was more than half hour because we drove all the way into like.
Yeah. Wasn't that's the night we went into Calumet.
Yeah, that was the night we drove all the way to Calumet,
And
and
then
we
we came
drove
back.
back, and he
And
was
I think he
still
was
out
still
there.
out there.
He was still out there.
I mean, this must have been a 4-hour difference. Like, this guy was,
This guy was, fighting for his right.
he wants to fight for his right to party. And
Like, shout out to that man. That
Yeah.
takes a lot of,
if you're
endurance.
listening, come on the show. We'd love to interview you.
Yeah, we'd love to interview.
That would be, if anyone knows this guy,
If anyone knows who he is,
if anyone knows this guy,
get him in touch.
email us
Yes,
at
please.
chachshowmtu@gmail.com. I would honestly, we don't even have to interview him. I just want to meet him.
I just want to meet him. Yeah.
This guy's my inspiration. This guy is why.
This
I'm
is why we're
making it.
called the Chach Show.
I like, honestly, if I were to drop out, I'd end up fighting for my right to party. I would. What is it called when you go to like Congress? When you lobby. That's what I'm thinking.
lobby, yeah.
I'm gonna go lobby Congress
For
at
the-
an 11th
for-
bill of right, not an 11th bill.
No,
of
you gotta
right,
get the
but
new
a-
amendment.
Oh yeah, the
Amendment.
what are we on? Wouldn't that be the 30th?
Something like
Get
that.
like the 30th amendment to the Constitution. Everyone has a right to go to one party a week,
Yes.
or
And-
at least one. Everyone must go to one party a week.
No, we could add a little tangent too that you have to bring a teacher to at least once a semester.
Wait, what?
You either bring a professor to a party at least once a semester.
That's a bob.
I would love to see that.
Is that legal?
You know,
Are they allowed to do that?
as long as the university doesn't find out, I don't see why not.
Everything's legal until you get caught.
That's facts.
I mean, don't go and rob a bank.
Yeah.
Because that's just morally wrong.
That's just morally wrong.
But
Throwing a party with a professor.
everything's legal until you get caught.
Yeah.
Let's just. All right, coming up next on this Sunday morning, what happened 8 years? What happened 8 years ago that just caught up to this Florida man? It's Florida. What do you expect?
Yeah.
And how far would you be willing to glow up? Would you be willing to go for a glow up? And I think I just found my next dream job. All up next on your weekly update, brought to you by two absolute Chaches.
Events, productions, technology, broadcasting. Long ago, the four departments lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the technology department attacked. Only the general manager, master of all four departments, could stop them. When the world needed him most, he vanished. 100 years passed and my brother and I discovered the new general manager, a broadcaster named Sullivan. And although his broadcasting skills are great, he has a lot to learn before he's ready to save anyone. But I believe Sullivan can save the station.
All right, welcome back to the Chach Show after that short little break we had. Coming up next, we have your Stupid Idiot segment. Starting off with Fricked Up Florida. Oh, Florida.
Oh, Florida.
It's
We love Florida.
We love Florida. Florida. I feel like if the United States had a mascot, it would be Florida.
That's true.
It's
Have
Florida.
you ever seen the guy like on TikTok that, dresses up as all the states?
Yes.
Yes.
Love that guy.
Hilarious. Okay.
All right. So this Florida man killed someone
8 years ago.
8 years ago. This is 8 years
This
ago.
is 8
This
years
is
ago.
2012.
But it's now caught up to him.
It's now caught up to him. Let's see. A Florida man was arrested 8 years after the murder of another man in a campground in the Florida Keys. A cold case has come to a close. I can't talk. After nearly a decade, according to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, Hugh Timothy Blanton, 54, was arrested Friday for the murder of Ronald Ronnie Silva. Was this a mob hit?
It sounds like
Was
it.
this a mob hit?
It sounds like it. But as you know,
Ronnie.
dig deeper in this story, we find out that not only did he murder him, he also sent his
No Square.
square
No Square.
on fire.
So mob hit. That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah.
Hey, come over here. What do you want? I'm gonna kill you. No, please. But first, sidebar, I got this torch. What?
So first of all, the autopsy showed that he had been beaten and strangled to death beforehand. So it was beforehand. It was beforehand.
Okay.
But why? It's like you already killed the man. Like
What? You don't need to demoralize him.
Yeah.
Like this guy had his dignity taken away after he was dead. Oh no. Neighbors reported Blanton and Sylvia were arguing over Sylvia sharing a picture of Blanton's Blanton. Okay, so
he shared an explicit photo.
yes. Yeah.
The-
R-rated photo.
The guy got mad, so he strangled the dude.
How do you get the picture?
That's what I want to know.
How did he get the picture?
Well, no, according to this, is that they were, romantically involved. They were in a.
I missed that.
Yeah, it says they were in a platonic relationship.
Oh, okay. So, okay, they were involved.
So they were together.
Yes.
But at what point, the thing with this story is why set his, no square on fire?
That's just excessive.
It's just excessive.
I don't think you need to do that.
Mhm.
Okay, so this guy, what was his name again? Hugh Timothy Blanton.
Good old Hugh.
Oh, Hugh. What are we gonna do with you? This guy, we're gonna talk about his mugshot. His mugshot, he looks like a guy named Wallace.
He does look like a guy named Wallace.
That's what I originally thought.
Mhm.
Okay. I think it was a mob hit. I'm gonna keep going back to that. It sounds like a mob hit.
It sounds like a mob hit, but
It 100%. You don't do that.
no, you don't.
You don't do that if you're just trying to kill someone. Not that I'm an
Yeah.
expert in murder, but
Well, the other thing that I want to know is why did it take them 8 years to figure this out?
so the article, detectives believed one of the phones was Sylvia's, but when Blanton was extradited in Massachusetts, the phones were thrown away and never recovered. So The phones had the evidence on them. They were.
And it also says here that when they re-examined
the DNA.
Yeah. So they DNA. So like there was.
Did they not have DNA testing 8 years ago?
They did have DNA.
I could have sworn they had it. Like that good of DNA testing, like it hasn't been around that long. But I'm pretty. Are you looking it up?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's not that new or that advanced.
1986.
Was that DNA testing?
That was when DNA testing first started.
Yeah, but okay, but like a fingernail, like stuff under a finger, like skin, I don't think like that's relatively new. I know for a fact.
Yeah, but I mean, you
there's
as long as you have some DNA, you can generally match it back to like the
yes,
host if
at
you
least
have
someone.
as long as you have DNA, even back then they could match DNA from like skin to match another person.
Yeah,
because that's what they used it for.
That's what it was used for. But so Blanton is now arrested and in custody for he's facing charges of murder and arson.
Arson. So he's really.
I guess he really messed up.
He really messed up. Because not only like he would have just gotten a murder charge.
What's the definition of arson? What is the definition of not simp? We love Google searches. What is the definition of arson? Arson, a criminal act of deliberately setting fire to property. Okay, so yeah, that works.
Yeah. And also, I just want to say this. When the detectives re-interviewed Blanton, he denied ever knowing Sylvia or ever having been to the Florida Keys.
Yeah, no, that's a lie. That's a fat lie.
Especially the fact that they have phones. Like when they had Sylvia's cell phone after the fire and had 2 phones with him when he was booked into the jail.
So what are you saying here?
So like there's got to be evidence on those phones showing that he knew Sylvia. Because I assume that because it said before that he had shared an explicit photo.
Yeah.
So clearly they would know each other if he had an explicit photo of.
Don't share explicit photos.
Yeah, that's true.
You will definitely stay. At least that is at least one reason why you won't be caught on fire.
That's true.
Is don't share explicit photos. All right, coming up next. How far are you willing to go for a glow up? Start this off. This woman is in the UK.
This is something.
This is something.
Say the
Let's
least.
see. Okay. So this woman, Anastasia Pokreshuk.
Say that again.
Okay, give me a hot sec. Pokreshuk. Anastasia Pokreshuk.
That's the closest you're gonna get.
I think I just butchered that. From
so sorry.
Kiev, is that right?
Yeah, Kiev.
Kiev, Ukraine, has splashed out $2,000 on cheek fillers since having her first one 4 years ago.
That's like my tuition.
Yeah, no, that's. And she said she has no plans to stop. This woman looks like if Lil Huddy went on. If Lil Huddy made Charlie D'Amelio's dad buy him cheek fillers.
It's so bad. Like I'm talking about
she's going with a punk rocker look too.
Yeah. And like here's the thing. Like we all had like some guys, like very defined jaw lines.
Yes.
She has very defined cheek lines.
I don't. You think so?
She looks like a chipmunk.
That's facts. So picture she looks more like Theodore. Picture Theodore with his cheeks full of acorns.
Yes.
And then make him have a jawline, and that's what you get when you look at her. She's going with the punk rocker look, which I don't know goes for her, especially with that.
Yeah, especially with
the
massive cheeks.
Massive, absolute units of cheeks. Like, okay, how much does a a cheek filler cost?
I don't know.
So she also has Botox on her forehead, though, and her jaw and chin have been reshaped. So this lady has spent thousands upon thousands of dollars to go with the Theodore Chipmunk look.
Which isn't it's
a look.
It's a look, but I'm not sure why.
What drives you in life to spend $2,000 on redefining your face shape?
Yeah. And here's the thing, I don't know, for me, when when you're talking to her, I never really go for looks. I go for personality. That's
Yeah.
just who I am. Like, but I don't know. I would ever.
220,000 people follow her on Instagram, by the way.
That's crazy. I wish
She,
I had that many followers.
She proudly shares images of her extreme sculpted look on her Instagram page to more than 220,000 followers, saying she understands it looks weird, so why keep doing it?
That's true.
Is that your life purpose? To go ahead? Okay, we're gonna pull up this Instagram page. We're gonna pull up Instagram. So, is that your life purpose though? To face sculpt your face into that? Hold on, I'm logging into Instagram here. What's my Instagram?
So I found her Instagram, right?
Okay.
So not only is it, you would think that like it would be photos of her going places, but a lot of these photos of her
What's the at?
_just_queen88.
Really?
Yeah.
Queen. Oh wait, I found it. Anastasia.
But like if you look at the photos, like they're not just, like her going places, like the normal Instagram.
They're her at parties. And that's what she looks without makeup, huh?
Yeah, and there's a bunch of photos of her like
Her cheeks look bigger than the picture that I originally saw.
Yeah.
Did she get more?
There's photos of her like after surgery.
Is there?
Yeah, you scroll down a little bit.
Where am I missing these?
But here's the thing, like I don't know, like if you like after plastic surgery, like you generally like are very, very bruised.
Oh, there it is. I see them.
And you can see like on the bottom of her thing, like her cheeks are very, very bruised. And like it must have been painful.
Is that How do fillers work? Is that Botox or is that the bone lifted?
I don't think it's bone. I think it's Botox. I don't know.
It's Botox?
I've never had plastic surgery.
I also have not, and I never plan to.
Yeah.
I kind of want to know. Okay, I can't speak Ukrainian. Is that you? I'm guessing that's Ukrainian.
I assume it is.
I want to know what the comments are asking. Or at least Instagram has like the little ask me or whatever. Slide up and you can reply to my story.
Yeah.
I want to know what those say.
Mm-hmm. And like some of
I want to know if she's describing herself or like describing why she's doing what she's doing.
Mm-hmm. And like, yeah.
Like, it's a look.
It is a look.
Is that what is that? Is that perfume?
Where?
Second picture. It's a yellow bottle. Yeah. I'll put the link on our Twitter.
Yeah. But like I don't know. Like
I'll go and do it now.
Like plastic surgery is something, but like to be honest, like any
Don't
female
go that far.
Any female that is listening, your beauty doesn't come from outside, it comes from inside.
Yes.
Like you don't need to go out of your way to get.
I'm just gonna link to Instagram.
Yeah. You don't need to go out of your way to get like plastic surgery and everything. Just like there's going to be a guy out there who likes you for who you are. You don't need
Way to
get,
tell him,
like,
RJ.
Plastic surgery. That's just facts.
It is tweeted out on our Twitter, Chach Show MTU. At Chach_MTU to go look at the cheek filler.
The cheek filler.
The cheek filler girl. It's yeah. It's definitely a look. I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it.
I don't think I don't know how sane it is to do that, honestly. I think isn't there like a sanity test that you can do?
I would love to see her take it.
I want to see her take it. I want to know what goes through her mind. Like does she have like cuz Botox, I think you have to get it replaced, don't you? I don't think it lasts all of your life.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I think you have to maintain it.
Yeah. Which must not be cheap.
No. It's not cheap in general, but as soon as you have to keep it up, like keep it
that adds up.
It adds up. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Maybe she's rich. Maybe she's like some Ukrainian billionaire that I've never heard of.
Could be.
But
there's some like I don't know, there's some billionaires out there that I've never heard of, and then you see them like on the Forbes,
Yeah, a Forbes top 100.
And it's just like, what?
I don't know what you do, but you have a lot of money, so I'm gonna listen to you.
Yes.
It's usually like
Is that like a true thing in society where you listen to the person that has the most money? I feel like that a lot of people do that.
a lot of people do that, but I
But,
know
like-
a lot of people also don't want to like
That's
run
true.
anything.
And like I've seen like some like smartest people I know come from lives where like they
Yeah.
didn't have a lot of money.
Well, yeah, because you got to work for it. All right, coming up next. Is this your dream job? To me, this is my dream job.
Yes.
Being a top ramen chief noodle officer. Let's pull this up.
I don't know about you, but I love ramen.
I also love ramen. I don't have any, but I really want some. So the ramen brand Top Ramen is offering $10,000 for chief noodle officer. The makers of Top Ramen announced that they are seeking a chief noodle officer to get paid $10,000 to help develop and test new ramen noodle soup recipes. Top Ramen manufacturer Nissin, am I saying that right? I think it's Nissin.
Yeah.
It announced that it is seeking a chief noodle officer. How many times are they going to put that word in? Those words in here.
A lot.
With a passion for noodles to help test out new top ramen recipes for the company.
And not only that, they get the $10,000, but they also get 50-year supply.
They get 50. They do of various top ramen products. I just want chicken. I
That's
don't
true.
care about.
I don't
any
care
other
about anything
flavor.
else. I just want the chicken.
I just
one.
want the chicken ones. Like, okay, beef is second,
Yeah.
but chicken always comes top when it comes to ramen.
Facts.
Like, if you like anything other than chicken ramen, if you think shrimp
Ew.
tastes better than chicken, I question.
Here's the thing.
I,
Here's the thing. When
you
eat-
probably look like that one lady that we just talked about with the cheek fillers. Like, there's something wrong if you don't like chicken ramen.
when we talk about like I don't know chicken ramen, like that's just like
It's the go-to.
You come home from school and you're like, wow, I'm hungry. You pull out that chicken ramen. It's just like
You eat ramen for snacks?
sometimes.
No, that's a meal. That's not a snack. A snack would be like half ramen. That's a lot. It's a lot of noodles.
It is a lot of noodles.
That
But,
is
it helps like when you come home after like snowy school day, pull into your driveway, come inside and you're like, wow, I want some steaming hot ramen.
Yeah, I've never had that.
I used to do that all the
That
time.
might be a you thing. Tweet us.
Tweet
I'm
us.
just gonna keep saying that.
Yeah.
Just tweet us if you're listening, and let us know if you're a ramen snacker. Because to me, that's a lot. That's just too much food. But $10,000 though. Let's talk about that real quick. $10,000 to okay. Let me describe the job real quick. Interested candidates are being instructed to post photos and recipes of their own top ramen creations to social media, and the winner will be selected by celebrity judge Melissa King, a recent winner of Top Chef All Stars LA.
So like, not only will you get $10,000,
You get 50-year supply.
you probably will also get a decent social media following.
Do you think there's ramen like? I
There's
don't know.
gotta be.
There's like
There's gotta
die-hard fans of ramen. Like
There's
they
gotta
only
be.
eat ramen.
There's gotta be. 100%.
Is there?
There's
There-
100%.
You think so?
100% of population.
You think
out
there's
there-
people that just eat ramen?
Yeah,
Only ramen.
only ramen. There's gotta be someone out
Like bacon and eggs flavored ramen for breakfast.
there. Sometimes they mix it up with some, chocolate cake ramen in there.
Oh,
Ooh.
get that okay.
Have some coffee ramen for breakfast.
Oh, that's disgusting. That's absolutely nasty. So you still have time.
You still have
Submissions
time.
end October 30th.
Almost Halloween.
Almost Halloween. Oh, so it ends that Friday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Should we apply?
I think we should.
Imagine
But
that.
you have to make your own recipe.
Oh, I'm not a chef.
I'm also not a chef.
I can cook up a good meal, but
But
can't. I'm not
are
that
you
creative.
supposed to make your own flavor packet? Is that what it's asking? Or are you supposed to come up with a totally different ramen? Like,
I assume what will happen is you create, your own ramen, and then you work with them
the
to-
actual noodle? Like, you make a whole
No,
noodle?
like you can use like pre-made noodles.
Yeah, that's
But
what
I
I'm-
assume like you have to
the-
make your own spices and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and then you talk to their development team about how to put them in the little packets.
What flavor what do you need now? Because there's ramen everything.
Yeah, there's ramen everything. I feel like,
What flavor?
I'm trying to think what would be good.
Like a vegan ramen?
A vegan.
A vegan ramen?
Impossible ramen.
There we go. You have the Impossible Burger from Burger King. Now introducing your new ramen flavor, Impossible.
Impossible.
It's like the white Airheads. It's like mystery
Mystery flavor.
ramen.
Mystery flavor ramen. Oh, we could create that, and it's just actually chicken ramen. Just don't tell them.
That's true. Make it like No, you gotta change it up a little bit. Make it barbecue chicken.
Ooh,
Barbecue chicken
Barbecue chicken ramen would actually be kind of good.
I don't like barbecue, but like I'd be willing to try it.
If anyone steals our idea and gets $10,000 from our barbecue,
We're gonna copyright barbecue chicken.
yeah,
ramen.
we're gonna copyright that.
Top Ramen, we are going to sue if you ever take barbecue chicken. We're gonna copy that as soon as the show's over. We're gonna go to the patent office
Good thing this is recorded.
yeah, we have proof.
Yeah, we have proof that we said it first.
Yes. So going back to the mystery flavor ramen. Do you remember when Doritos did a mystery flavor?
Yes. Was it ever declared what it was?
I want to say it's like one of the. I think it was the purple one. I want to
yeah.
say the spicy chili, the sweet chili, something like that.
Because I remember, like, it was.
It's a big thing.
It was very big and it was spicy. So you get your friend. I remember, like, in middle school, they used to sell it in our lunchroom.
Yeah.
And so
I don't know how. My 6th grade teacher had a connection to Doritos or whatever. She came with giant bags, like garbage bags full of Doritos.
that's hilarious.
And like it was in like the Doritos
Like official bag.
no, it wasn't even an official bag. It was just like a metallic like an aluminum, I don't know. It was a Doritos bag without the Doritos logo on it.
Okay.
But it was like you could tell it was from Doritos. Because it had like
that's
the
cool.
word Doritos on it, but it wasn't like an official design.
That's cool.
But garbage bags full of these chips.
That's sick.
She also had me try crickets, which honestly, crickets, not that bad.
I had a teacher.
Cricket flavored ramen.
I had a teacher one year that would dare their students to eat chocolate covered crickets.
They're not bad.
I remember my family, we went to South Carolina, right? And we went to there's this big fair in Charleston. And there was like a stand that was selling, salt and vinegar flavored crickets. They were like little packages.
Yeah.
And I bought one. Tastes exactly like salt and vinegar chips. It's the weirdest
Crickets
thing.
aren't bad. I'm telling
It's not
you.
bad.
They're a good source of protein. There you go. Cricket flavored ramen for Bear Grylls. Bear Grylls exclusive.
Bear Grylls exclusive.
Cricket
Do you
ramen.
think Bear Grylls has a stake in that company? I feel like he should.
Would he?
Think about the ads. You see, you turn on your TV, and you see Bear Grylls.
Improvise, adapt, overcome. Top ramen.
Here we watch a war cricket in its natural habitat.
No, that's Steve Irwin.
That's Steve Irwin.
That's Steve Irwin.
That's Steve Irwin. Dang it.
Steve Irwin. Oh, man. Can we get a...
You gotta rip in the chat.
Yeah, rip. No, get Bear Grylls to sponsor cricket flavored ramen.
I'd be down for Bear Grylls to sponsor us, but
Yeah, please, Bear Grylls. We're broke.
we're broke college students.
All right, coming up next, Tom Brady, who... Oh, it's time to move on from Tom Brady, RJ.
Yeah.
Tom Brady's past news. We got a new star quarterback coming up on the Ravens. What's making Fleetwood Mac sales skyrocket? Like, Fleetwood Mac is now trending on Spotify because of this guy. Mm-hmm. And what happened when Bill Burr came onto SNL? That's all coming up next in a few seconds here on your Chach Show.
Are you tired of mainstream radio? Then take back your radio and listen to 91.9 WMTU Houghton, college radio at its finest.
All right. So, Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, out the door.
Arguably, okay, yeah, out the door, but
Out the door.
arguably one of the greatest
Quarterbacks
of all time. Up there with Peyton Manning. Who's the guy on the 49ers? I'm blanking on his name. Joe Montana, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. Arguably Matt Stafford if you're a Lions fan.
No,
No?
Matt Stafford should not be on that list.
Really? You don't think if you had a good team, he would have won a Super Bowl?
No.
Really?
I think here's the thing.
I'm not a Lions fan. I think he's good enough to win a Super Bowl. He just doesn't have a team.
I think he was good enough to win the Super Bowl when he had Calvin Johnson.
So if you were to take Calvin Johnson and put him on the team that Stafford has now, do you think they'd get anywhere?
No.
If they had a coach that knew what he was doing.
I'm sorry to any Lions fans, but you're never winning a Super Bowl.
Oh, that's not true.
You will win a Super Bowl when you can actually draft someone good.
Hey, they drafted a quarterback this year. They drafted a Heisman, almost Heisman winning defensive back.
Okay, that's one player.
I mean, yeah, you just gotta. They need to tank, and they suck at tanking.
Yeah.
Like, they need to participate in tank bowls. Like, they need to play the Jets and lose to the Jets, and that's when you know that the rebuild. They also need new owners.
They do need new
owners. Fords need to get out of there. They don't pay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, back to the quarterbacks. The new quarterback is Trace McSorley. Trace McSorley. Throw it on a dime. This guy, TikTok trend.
Yes.
I should have mentioned the TikTok trends.
Yes.
This is what we're going to be talking about. This guy blew up overnight.
It was crazy. And
I don't even know how he did.
He came in one game and then people went back and they found a song this guy named Matty Fresh made when he was in
You want to play
college. I can play it.
Let's play it. This guy. Here it is.
Despite the fact that he led his high school to 4 straight state championship game appearances, very few high major recruiters looked at the 6-foot-tall, 180-pounder and said, quarterback.
Throw it on a dime, like I ain't even trying. Just a kid from Briarwoods, I'm wearing number 9. Met Coach Franklin down at Vandy, flipped to Happy Valley. Now I'm coming back and got
all right, so this guy played one game. That's how much I follow NFL. I don't even know if he's ever played. Has he played?
I don't know. Here.
What's his stats here? Trace McSorley.
There's not going to be much.
Is there NFL stats? This guy played at Penn State.
It's like every article that you look up for him is.
He has 0 playing time this year.
I see 1 rush yard and 1 rush attempt.
What? Really?
Yes.
Oh, I guess I'm just looking at Google. Let's see. We're gonna look at the actual NFL stats. Yeah. So 2020. So he did play this year.
He did play. I think he came in for a play.
No, just kidding. He played last year, 2019. He hasn't played a single game this year.
He came in at one point because I remember what's his name got injured.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson got injured and he came in.
I guess that doesn't count as a game though. That's weird.
Because he came in about fourth quarter.
Yeah. So 2019, this guy had 1 attempt. He had 1 yard. He averages 1 yard. I think that means LNG. Isn't that just the longest?
Yeah.
Probably. The longest drive is 1 yard.
Mm-hmm.
He has 100% first down completion.
Now here's the thing that gets me right. He's the same height as me, right? 202 pounds. That's a small QB.
Dude, they're like lanky.
Yeah.
It's I don't know what it is, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're built different. That's what it is. They're built different.
And Ravens, they got Lamar Jackson.
They got Mark Ingram, the running back. Is this still Ingram? I think so.
I don't know. But now they
Trace McSorley. Okay, so Ravens trade Lamar Jackson.
Trade
Lamar
Jackson. Go to
Jackson.
Super Bowl with trade. Send him to the Lions.
Honestly, put him as a running back.
Put him as a running back. Yeah, there you go.
The Lions need a new running back. So here's what I'm thinking. Lamar Jackson to the Lions. Trace McSorley starting Ravens. They choked their first playoff game. Lamar Jackson has never won a playoff game. Actually, he might have in 2019. Or 2018, I should say. Like before last year.
Yeah.
But they lost. Didn't they lose to the Chiefs? No, they lost to the Titans. Derrick Henry, the running back.
Mm-hmm.
Trace McSorley wouldn't do that.
No, he would have clutched up.
He would have clutched up.
He went to Penn State. This guy, actually, I saw on TikTok this morning when I woke up. I was scrolling through before I came here. There's one of his receivers from college has a TikTok. Really?
It's blown up. And this guy has clips of Trace McSorley throwing dimes.
Yeah, no, he was.
He's a really good quarterback. He won national championships in high school.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it was like 4 or 5.
4.
4? Why did I say 5? He was only there for
Maybe
4
he got
years.
held back in
Yeah.
freshman. You know, 5th year senior in high
Fifth
school.
year senior, super senior.
Super senior. He's a senior that never graduates.
Yeah.
My school didn't have one. I feel like a lot of schools do have like that one. That they don't even have like a super senior. It's just that one guy who never went to college,
Well, yeah,
and
there
he
is-
just hangs around high school because that's
Oh.
where he peaked.
I know at my high school, like we had, like my graduation rate was like in the 90s, so we didn't really have any.
Yeah,
But there was like one of our. like-
I think there's definitely some in mine where I had people just hanging around.
Well, we
like-
had there was a kid that graduated from my high school that ended up working there as like one of the student supervisors.
Oh, I mean that's different.
Yeah.
I'm talking about just people who like they're like 3 years out of high school, still know people in high school, and go to football games and sit in the student section.
Oh yeah, there was
like-
definitely at least one person.
That's how you peak in high school. That is the definition of peaking in high school.
Yes.
All right, moving off Trace McSorley, the GOAT. 420 Dogface 208. What a username. This guy posted a TikTok of him drinking cranberry juice straight out the bottle.
Yes.
It's that Ocean Spray cranberry juice, and then longboarding, or not? Did I just say longboarding?
I think so.
I meant longboarding to Fleetwood Mac. He's blown up.
And
So-
like I don't like this. So the story is that he was driving to work on his old truck. I think it had like
Yeah.
300,000 miles or something like that.
Yeah, 320,000 miles.
And he works at a potato plant, right? And
It broke down.
broke down. So he goes to the bed of his truck. 'Cause he's a longboard.
He has a longboard
and a full bottle.
of Ocean Spray cranberry juice.
Yes. No.
Cran raspberry
juice.
Cran raspberry. my
Emphasis
bad.
on the raspberry. And he was like, this is an exact quote from NPR. I was just sitting there and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to sit here and I'm wait for nobody to pull some jumper cables. I'm not going to flag anyone down. So I grabbed my juice, grabbed my longboard and started heading to work.
But on the way to his work, which he's a potato farmer, Idaho potatoes. He's from Idaho,
Yes.
which I kind of forgot was a state. Not gonna lie. He pulls out his TikTok account and plays some Fleetwood Mac and posts a video of himself riding his longboard to Fleetwood Mac. Now, I know labels because I think Fleetwood Mac they're still the label owns all the music. The artist doesn't own any music whatsoever, right?
Yeah, well they own some. I know there has been some fights like with it was Taylor Swift.
Probably.
Like her and her record label had an argument about who owns the songs and she wanted money and so she re-released the songs.
The label owns most of
I think she owns like the
They-
property
they own
of the songs,
yes.
but like the
The-
record label owns the recordings.
Yes. So I know labels. They do one of three things when a song is posted to social media and blows up.
Yes.
Usually they're fine with it. They just take most of the royalty from it.
Yeah.
So like like the reaction YouTubers, they'll just take some money.
Yeah.
And that's how songs have blown up recently. Is reaction YouTubers and TikTok. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, no,
But
TikTok is
aside,
complete-
they've changed the music industry.
Yes.
You need a song to blow up on TikTok for you to be popular now.
Yeah.
I mean, not bad. It's better than SoundCloud.
Yeah.
You can be a TikTok rapper. You don't need to be a SoundCloud rapper anymore. catch me being a TikTok rapper.
Oh yes.
No, so yeah. So that's how songs are blowing up on YouTube is reaction YouTubers.
And like I'm not like Fleetwood Mac, right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows the song Dreams.
Yes.
I just want to first of all, after he posted this video, it catapulted back on the charts.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about,
No, it went to number 3 or something. It went crazy high.
and it tripled in sales.
And yeah, so back to what I was saying. Yeah, I mean you're not wrong. Like they put Fleetwood Mac back on the. Now Fleetwood Mac has a TikTok actually because of that
Really?
song. Yeah, because of that video. So Fleetwood Mac, the record label, they probably wouldn't take all the royalty, but then they also can tell the guy 420 Dogface 208. Does he have a name? Nathan Apodaca.
Yeah.
Apodaca. So Nathan here, they could have told Nathan to take the video down and just totally like cease the video and get rid of it. And then there's one more. I totally forgot what I was gonna say it. Shoot, I forgot. They could. What's up?
I just want to say this. Not only did he post the video, after he posted the video,
This is a trend now. Dr. Phil's posted a video.
the governor of where is he? The governor candidate of I think Montana.
Montana. Did he longboard to it?
I don't know. I can pull up the video real quick.
Let's see.
Yeah, he was. No, I think he's on the back of a truck.
Oh, he's 100. No, he's on top of
He's
a
on
truck.
top of a truck.
That's
See-
Montana. No, he's through a sunroof.
Oh, he's through a sunroof.
He's through a sunroof. That's
And Mike Fleetwood posted something.
Yep. The lead singer did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be called uncultured because I don't know her.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So basically, if you want to get big, longboard, drink cran raspberry juice. And I think all of the people who've done it have drank that same juice.
Yeah.
I could be wrong,
And I don't know about you,
but it looks like the same.
But
It looks like the same bottle.
cran raspberry juice kind of hits different.
Anything other than normal cranberry juice, I'll drink.
Yeah.
I like
It
I like
hits
cran
different.
lemonade. Cran lemonade juice.
I don't know about you, but when you were growing up, did your parents ever buy, like the fake wine that was like, sparkling cider kind of?
Oh yeah, 100%. That stuff was
I don't-
the shoot.
I don't know about you, but growing up, I used to take cran raspberry juice and Sprite, and I would mix them.
That's
It would
weird.
Taste exactly like one of the flavors of that.
Yeah, no, I never had that. I just drank them separately. I didn't start drinking cranberry juice until I don't know. Not too late or pretty recently actually.
But it also looks like someone supplied.
Did someone like sponsor him with cranberry juice?
Well, there's a photo of him here and standing on the back of his truck holding up the longboard.
Does he just have a truck? Is that a truckload of cranberry juice?
Yeah.
I closed down the article. That's okay. That's how you make it big.
It's yeah, so it says here that the pickup truck Ocean Spray, so the
Yeah.
company that makes, because they've also, sales must have gone crazy after that.
Oh, 100%.
Because it's free, it's free
Yeah.
advertisement. They gave him a pickup truck.
Mm-hmm.
And applause to Ocean Spray, because this guy, his pickup truck broke down.
I do want to say, yeah, plugs to Ocean Spray. We actually got to keep moving
Yeah.
on here, RJ. Well, one last thing. A company will let you keep the video up, which I think they should do no matter what, because it's free advertising.
It is free advertising.
You don't even have to pay them. They're literally using your song and getting popular and telling everyone, hey, this is kind of a good song. Go listen to it.
Yeah.
Anyways, next up, SNL. We gotta make this a little quicker.
Yes.
SNL. Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
If you guys don't know, Bill Burr is he's like 50-some-year-old comedian, stand-up comedian.
Hilarious, dude.
Absolutely hilarious. I kind of forgot who he was for a second.
Yeah.
I don't watch comedians as much as I should, because I do enjoy laughing. That's definitely one of my hobbies.
Yes.
Laughing at stupid stuff. Mm-hmm. This guy, no filter.
No filter at all.
No filter.
He just talks what comes to his mind.
Yeah, and kind of what we do, but
Yeah.
less filter.
Yes.
Because he doesn't have to deal with the FCC.
Yes.
And is it the FCC?
I don't know.
Something like that.
The radio people.
The radio people. The people who wear suits and listen to the radio.
Yes.
This guy has no filter, and he talked about everything in his monologue.
Yes.
It was hilarious.
It was hilarious. But
I didn't find a problem with it. There's a lot of people who got mad about it. Mm-hmm. What did he talk about? He talked about cancel culture,
yes.
women. And okay. No filter.
No filter.
No filter. He talked about Pride Month and when it was becoming a thing, he talked about him going to New York.
Yeah, he talked a little bit about how African Americans don't get
a full month because they get February.
They get February. Which
These
is
people who were. I'm just gonna go into detail here. These people. I think the quote that he had was along the lines of, the people who were actually enslaved get the month of February, 28 days. Only 28 days.
28
The
days.
shortest month of the year,
Yes.
which is all gray and murky. But then you go, is it June or July?
I think it's June.
Not taking anything away here. Not taking anything away. But they get sunshine and a full 30, 31 days.
Yeah.
Anyways, before I dig myself into a hole I can't get out of, he made points, and a lot of people were mad.
A lot of people were mad.
And it was mostly white women.
Yeah. Because, I mean, he did direct a lot.
He did direct a lot of it because, and The Breakfast Club, a very popular radio show, extremely popular, run by African Americans, they talked about he had a whole segment about people of color. This was 7 minutes. He stuffed so much funny and like political things into 7 minutes. Like, it was insane. They had no problem with it.
They had no problem.
And then you get onto Twitter, and there's just a bunch of people complaining about how it's racist and how it's sexist, whereas the people who he actually talked about, not offended.
Yeah.
So if you want to go see that, Bill Burr, SNL on YouTube. He also had one more thing before we move on from this pop culture update. He talked. There's a skit that he did, a football skit.
Yeah.
Which hilarious. This guy absolutely killed it. Bill Burr, big props. He killed it when it came to this show. So this skit was about like what's the football show? Football Today, something like that.
Football Today.
Like This Morning Football.
Yeah.
Good Morning Football, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
So they were imitating that, and Bill Burr, along with Kenan Thompson, and I don't know her name.
Leslie. I don't remember her name.
So Bill Burr's character and Kenan Thompson had a big bet going on the Bears game against the Buccaneers down in Tampa.
Yes.
And Bill Burr's character won the bet, but I also don't know if this is true or not, but it could be true. He they talked about a shooting of a young African American, and Kenan Thompson's character and the girl that was there were like, they didn't watch the game because they were
distraught.
They were distraught. Bill Burr he watched the game, and as the skit goes on, the bet that him and Kenan Thompson's character made was a very, very nice steak dinner. As the skit goes on, Bill Burr, he obviously didn't know about the shooting and such, or at least the character didn't, and he
kept digging into
he dug his character into a hole so much.
Yeah.
Like this.
So first of all, he had
the steak come out.
Yeah, the steak come out. And like
then Pete Davidson made an appearance. Also Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
Really funny guy.
And then he like wore his, bear hat or whatever.
Yeah. He had his bear hat on. The camera had a Snapchat filter of a baby put on Kenan Thompson.
It was bad. And like during all this time they were talking about
like really funny. Super funny. I don't think I've ever laughed that hard at an SNL skit. Yeah. It was hilarious. All right, we do have to move on here. Up next at the top, it's past the top of the hour at this point. What happened in Poland from World War II? Poland and World War II have a deep, bad history. And there's more Wells Fargo news. That's just going to be the running joke on this show, isn't it?
Yes.
Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo.
What are we going to do with you? And what happened to a New York wedding? That's all coming up here in a hot second. You're listening to WMTU 91.9 FM Houghton. And this is the Chach Show. I guess I should. If you're just tuning in, you've missed so much.
Yes.
Trace McSorley, 420 Dogface 208.
Yes.
On TikTok. What
and
else?
Again, you can listen to this all again on our.
This is all gonna be on YouTube.
Posted probably YouTube either today or
Link
tomorrow.
is gonna be on our Twitter at Chach_MTU at CHACH_MTU. We've talked about COVID, how all that a Florida man who committed murder and arson to a man.
Yes.
Both on one man. That was interesting. All right, so. Back to what we were going to be talking about here. A World War II bomb called Earthquake
Not
blows
a small
up.
bomb. Not a small bomb.
This
one
is
preface
an
now.
atomic bomb.
Yeah. Not a small bomb.
It blows up in Poland as divers try to defuse it. This is in a Poland lake, I believe. It could have been in a river.
It was a canal.
It was a canal. Okay. So, what was I gonna say here?
So the RFA dropped the Tall Boy, is what it's called.
The RAF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In 1945.
Yes.
Which
It sank a German ship.
Yes.
Didn't explode, obviously.
Didn't explode. And so they sent a team of divers
to go get it.
Yeah.
And defuse it.
And the bomb, by the way, was 6 meters, so 19 feet long, and weighed 5.4 tons. So not small.
No, this is a very, very powerful bomb.
And it was embedded at a depth of 12 meters, and only its nose was sticking out. So I don't know if you know about bombs, but the power is in the nose.
Yes. This thing could have been absolutely deadly.
Yes.
I don't think anyone died from it.
No, because they sent a dive ship in. So
Yes.
they have like like, you know, robots they can send down.
Yeah. As the robot was trying to defuse this bomb went off. And this thing is big. They have a
There was a video, and it's like, I want to say like at least water was sprayed up at least 50 to 100 meters in the air.
that pillar of water looks massive.
Yeah.
And people were evacuated. This was a big. It was a small town. Don't get me wrong. It was a small town. 750 residents.
Yeah, and like no divers were on. All divers
No.
were unharmed, and but at the same time, like this is a massive bomb. And this, I don't know, like if you know this, but like Poland, there's just like there's places around the world that still have bombs from
Yeah.
World War II that have not been.
Especially those islands off the coast of Japan.
Yeah.
Like those are big. Poland still has some. I think Germany probably still has some hidden away in like some lake or something.
And I'm sure like there's also mines.
Oh, yeah.
Still on the ground places that no one knows.
Yeah.
And I know like
And-
there's specifically trained dogs that can smell out these mines and
Yes.
stuff like that. But I mean, this is I think it was like
This
the
is
biggest.
an atomic bomb.
It wasn't atomic.
It wasn't?
No,
Oh, never mind. It wasn't an atomic. It was a big bomb.
it was a
though.
big bomb though, and like, I think it was the biggest bomb that had ever exploded from that era. like,
The largest unexploded.
Yeah, unexploded.
Because, you know, H bombs, Japan, Nagasaki, Hiroshima.
Yeah.
This is the largest unexploded World War II bomb ever found in Poland. It was detonated during the defusing process, as we've said. This was the Polish Navy. I didn't know Poland had a navy. I thought they
didn't
were
know either.
landlocked. No, I knew that. I knew they had water around them.
Yeah.
But do countries that are landlocked have navies?
I'm sure that some do, because they must. Because
Do you
like,
think so?
I mean, I'm sure that they have like some type of ship.
You think so?
somewhere. Yeah,
You think just a country that they're allied with just lets them dock off the coast?
most likely.
You think?
Yeah, because like, I mean, assume like at war, like they do need to get supplies.
That's what I was thinking.
places.
Like, if you're at war with a country that has water,
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't you have a navy to, you know?
Yeah, but they could also like a lot of countries now have treaties with each other that like they'll help each other
Yeah.
in case of war.
So they'll let people use their ships. They'll
Yes.
let okay. So you don't need to have your own navy.
But I'm sure that some like
I'm
have a
sure
few
that's some.
ships.
I'm thinking like I don't know why it comes to mind, but I'm thinking like African, mid-continent Africa.
Yeah, well, you gotta remember a lot of those countries don't have enough money to support
That's
a military
true.
that big.
That's true.
Um,
But you know, I'd assume.
I assume so.
I'd
yeah.
assume that they'd have some sort of
Yeah.
water army. Water army. There you go.
Water Army, is that what we're calling it now?
Water
Instead of
army, not navy.
Water
The United States Water Army. Coming in with
Just like-
super soakers.
Space Force.
Space Force. you got the water army, you got the land army, you got the air army, and you got the no air army.
They breathe.
The moon army.
The Moon Army.
The next war is gonna be on the moon.
Yes.
Everyone's saying World War III is gonna be technology. No, it's gonna be laser blasters on,
On
the
the
moon.
moon.
You're gonna have the reincarnated George Washington with like a dual wield lightsaber.
What? Have you seen the guy on YouTube that made a real lightsaber?
Oh, I haven't. I need to. You told me about that. I need to.
That's crazy. And like, I'm not talking like, you see like them like, have like a piece of metal that they heat up where they call.
No, this thing is an actual laser.
It is a plasma lightsaber, and it uses like propane and oxygen to create a
giant backpack on it. Giant backpack needed.
So it's a I forget what it's called. It's a photo saber or whatever it's called. But still, like
photosynthesis.
Whatever. I mean, it cut through like a 1/4-inch steel. I think it was.
Yeah. I mean, hey.
Yeah.
If that's what you do with your life, if you're that good at something, you could honestly you could sell that to like some diehard Star Wars fan.
No, you could honestly sell that to like a military because they could use that in like combat zones to cut through stuff.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
You really think the military would use a lightsaber?
You never know nowadays. I mean, we do have Space Force.
Does it work underwater? If it works underwater, that's.
You mean you'd have to make the electronics waterproof, but I don't see why not.
Do lasers, not lasers, but does plasma work underwater?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they have plasma welders underwater.
Oh, that's true. They do weld underwater, but I thought it could be.
Could be.
I thought just underwater welding was heat.
I mean, but like, yeah, you never know.
You never know. It could.
Yeah,
it could. Coming up next, more Wells Fargo news. Wells Fargo.
So just to give a preference. Last week we talked about
2 weeks. 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
We talked about Wells Fargo calling
this lady like
not calling her dead, but
believes she was dead and so stopped giving.
Yes, she couldn't get money from Wells Fargo
because they thought
from her
she was
account.
dead.
Yes, she's still alive.
She's still alive
as of 2 weeks ago.
Yes, still living life.
We should definitely don't ask Wells Fargo if someone's dead because they'll probably say yes.
Yeah.
Wells Fargo has now fired 100+ employees accused of COVID relief fraud. That's ridiculous. Okay, so these people have worked at Wells Fargo for a good amount of time, I'm guessing. I'll just read the article. Wells Fargo has fired more than 100 employees saying they personally defrauded a coronavirus relief program from the U.S. Small Business Administration. In a memo sent Wednesday obtained by National Public Radio, the company said it had identified employees that it believes have made false representations in applying for relief funds through the Small Business Association's Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program. That is a lot of words.
Yeah.
So, why?
Yeah, why?
Like, okay, I get the times are tough, people. I get that you might not be working as much as you could be.
Mm-hmm. But here's the thing, like, I mean, there are people in this, like, right now that are very struggling for the coronavirus.
Yes.
And there's only so much money.
There's so much money that you could. The economy's down. Money isn't worth as much as it could be right now.
Yeah.
Because of COVID.
I mean, we are at a national coins.
National change shortage.
Yeah.
Which I thought that was over.
I don't think it is.
You don't think so?
Because a lot of people
aren't using cash or change. They're just staying at home and buying Amazon.
And credit cards, debit cards.
Credit cards. I have a lot of change in my room.
Yeah, I know. I need more change.
I have a lot of change.
Struggle. But here's the thing with all this. Like, first of all, you're not only stealing money from a government thing, which is a felony.
That is
you are also stealing money from like families who have like
who need it
and who have like died from the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Like, I hate to say that.
They need it.
They need the money.
I'm trying to see. So the numbers of employees who have been fired is between 100 and 125. That's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people.
I'm trying to see. I don't think the article I don't think goes into anything regarding the law, as in if these people are getting charges pressed on them.
Mm-hmm.
But that is a big deal to have
100 people.
Over 100 people.
100 plus people.
Fired.
Mm-hmm.
And then for a felony. So they're internally investigating.
Yes. Which is, I mean, at least they're doing something.
Yeah.
I'm
trying to. Okay.
The economic injury disaster loan program offers advantages up to $10,000.
The organization J.P. Morgan Chase, as in Chase the Chase banks.
Yeah.
Found more than 500 of its people had received assistance from the pandemic relief programs, including dozens said to have done so improperly. So is this like a trend?
Yeah. Like,
Is this a trend that people have to just take money from COVID relief?
I mean, I got money from COVID relief, but
Did you do it?
No,
legally?
because I didn't work. So like I got
So
money.
it was justified.
Yes.
These people are working
Yes.
and have been working, but just want more money.
Yeah. Because like, I mean, I assume that they're working from home because everyone had to work from home.
I don't think so. I think I'm thinking this is recent, is it not? Like the people have gotten money recently.
I assume that it's been like going on for a while.
Could
now.
be. Nice yawn.
Yeah.
It's a morning. So the SBA Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program offered advances of up to $10,000 that did not need to be repaid. So these people could have gotten $1 million, up to at least $1 million.
And according to this, in August, they analyzed the data and found that at least $1 billion went to suspicious payments.
1 billion?
1 billion with a B.
B. Jeez.
That's
a lot of money.
That is a lot of
That's
money.
almost too much. Like, are people that greedy?
And in July, Sears
Yeah.
considers the potential fraud in the program. A review of the program's initial disaster response identified
$250 million
in
in loans.
And 45.6 million in potential duplicate payments. So not only
I didn't think people were that greedy. I thought people were better. I guess I have too much faith in humanity.
So not only did they do this once, according to this, they did it
Multiple people have done it multiple times
Yeah.
to get millions of dollars out of it. All right, coming up next, we're gonna make sure we don't get sued by Wells Fargo because that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That apparently they already have because they're doing COVID fraud.
Yes.
Up next, a wedding was canceled with 10,000 attendees in New York. This wedding had, do they give the names? I don't know if they give the names. So Governor, is it Cuomo?
Kumu, yeah.
Cuomo caught wind here amid rising COVID-19 cases nationwide and a crackdown on a wedding in Brooklyn that reportedly planned to have 10,000 attendees. Governor Cuomo announced Saturday that a new strategy for combating COVID-19 into the fall and winter months by targeting microclusters. No idea what that means, honestly. Microclusters?
Microclusters, I think, is like...
Is that just groups of people?
Yeah, small groups of people.
Okay. So this wedding had 10,000 people. 10,000. That's 5 times, or that's double the size of Michigan Tech. 5 times I think Houghton County or Houghton Hancock. I looked this up a few weeks ago. Houghton Hancock population.
But like...
I think it's around 2,000, isn't it?
I think so.
Okay. No, just kidding. Hancock is 4,500, and I don't know about Houghton. I want to say Houghton's smaller.
Yeah.
No, Houghton's bigger. Just kidding. I was wrong. For some reason, I thought...
No, Houghton's bigger.
Why did I think it said 2,000?
I don't know. It is a Sunday morning at 9:18 a.m., so it's all good.
Yeah. So, take the entirety of Houghton, add a little more to it, and you got a wedding.
Yeah.
Where are you going to have this wedding? Where would you have a wedding that has 10,000 seats?
See, here's the thing. I think, small, like a farm. Like you take up a
You think a farm? You just plot on a whole cornfield?
And just, Jay chill in a cornfield for a wedding.
You
But
think?
in New York, there's some big rooms in New York. Like you could, Madison Square Garden, just one place.
You just have you think so? You think? Does it say? I don't know if it says, but I
don't
want to
think-
know where this wedding would have been held.
That is a lot of people.
That if you know 10,000 people, you're either rich or you're popular
It was supposed to be in Williamsburg.
Where is that?
That's a good question.
Let's see what Williamsburg has. Williamsburg. That's not it. Williamsburg, not Virginia. New York.
It's like right near Brooklyn.
Is it big? It's downtown New York. It's downtown.
Yeah.
It's a city area.
Yeah. So it's like I don't know where this.
Is there like? Is that? Hold on. Oh, okay. So it's right across the river from New Jersey. Okay. Were they having it on the bridge? Is that New Jersey? No, it's not. That's Manhattan. I don't know why I thought it was New Jersey.
Yeah.
Were they having it on a bridge? Are they gonna shut down a whole bridge for a wedding?
That's a lot of money.
You hear crazy wedding stories. Hey, mom and dad, how did you guys have? What was your wedding like? Well, you see, son, we actually So what happened was we had 10,000 people attend our wedding
during a national pandemic.
During a national pandemic on a bridge. That's so cool. Did you guys like walk off the bridge? No, son. We actually jumped. We took our vows and did the whole kiss thing.
Then jumped.
And then jumped off. We actually bungee jumped.
Yeah, it was an Orthodox Jewish wedding.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Okay, then I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cause like, isn't that like a big thing when people get married in that religion?
Yes. Very big.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
And I believe, if I stand corrected, and I don't want to offend anyone, Orthodox Jewish is a lot of the times associated with Amish.
I don't know if
that's true.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know if that's true.
We're gonna have to fact check ourselves here.
So don't quote me on that, and don't attack me for that.
The heck, man! You don't know your cultures.
I don't know my cultures.
I don't know either. I'm gonna go sure. I don't know about that one, but I'm gonna just believe you here. We're gonna move on from this news update. Those are definitely. I want to know how you'd fit 10,000 people in a building. I still want to know that.
Because I mean, if you look at watts,
watts is
3,000.
Not even half of that.
Yeah.
Not even half of 10,000. That's a lot of people.
Yeah. And like I don't even even the rosé. I don't know how many seats there are.
No way is that 10,000.
There's no way that's even close. Because I mean, all the
how big is a NBA stadium? All right, I'm gonna go NHL because NHL is a set. It's like I can physically see that it's an oval. NHL stadium size because it's just an oval. List of ice hockey arenas by capacity. Okay, so the smallest NHL arena. Oh, look at that. There's a Wells Fargo arena.
Oh, even better.
There's a Wells Fargo arena. That is 15,000. That's in Iowa.
The Boston Garden holds 19,000.
The TD Garden. Yeah. That holds 19,000. So half of that. That is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Because that thing fills up.
I've been to the Boston
Especially
Garden.
for Celtics and Bruins games.
Yeah.
That thing fills up.
I've been to the Boston Garden.
Yeah.
It's a big place.
It is a huge place.
And I've stood on the court and stuff like that. Yeah. It is a big place.
You look up in a professional stadium and you look at the seats around you, it's huge.
And I don't know if I'm from East Lansing kind of area and I've played on the MSU basketball court before.
Yeah.
Even that,
that's huge. How big is that? I want to get a size comparison here. MSU stadium capacity.
Breslin Center. Make sure you do Breslin Center.
What is it?
It's called the Breslin Center.
Breslin. That is 15,000. So that's still that thing is almost filled up.
Yeah.
That's.
Mm-hmm. So it's that's
I still want to know how you have a wedding with 10,000 people.
That's crazy. And even then, imagine accidentally putting your grandma in the back seat, the back row.
Honey, I can't hear you. I can't hear you back here. Can you guys speak up? Sorry, my hearing aids. They're a little dying.
But that's and I could
imagine if someone was deaf and you had a sign language. You had to use opera glasses to see them.
You had to they must even if it's indoors or outdoors, they would have to have screens. You'd have to have screens and TV cameras just to see what was going on.
Yeah. Especially, going back, going off of that, you have the churches nowadays, right?
Yeah.
And they have they have all the they have all the screens and everything, and that's for like 500 people max.
Yeah.
And people need those. Would you have to have like rows upon rows of screens as you go back? And there's just like there's just like 100 rows of like flat screen TVs.
Yeah, I don't know if any MTU students listening, Fisher Hall, you ever go into like the lecture halls? There's like a TV every 3 rows. You need
screens.
There's TVs every 3 rows. Would it be something like that?
It'd be that plus like
a lot more.
A lot more. All right, that's enough for the news. 10,000 people.
Crazy.
10,000 people. All right, coming up next, we have your sports news. This is honestly it hits close to Michigan Tech. Honestly, one of these. Coming up next on your Chach update.
Look out, Scooby, the ape man! Gangway! I got it!
That's WMTU. It's WIM2. We're going ape.
All right. Up next, we have your sports news. We're gonna start with some NHL news. I think this is the big one here in your sports news update. Sports news update, sports update, news sports. What's the correct term there?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm really bad at grammar.
Yeah,
I feel like that's something.
Grammar's a struggle. I'm so sorry for any person that knows.
I'm sorry to my English professor. So, Michigan Tech freshman Carson Bantle.
Shout out Carson.
I don't know if you're
listening.
I don't know. Yeah,
probably not.
Probably
it
not.
Is, it's early.
9:30 a.m. on a Sunday morning, on fall break.
Yes.
Happy fall break, by the way. I didn't say that. It's been a nice 4-day weekend. So Michigan Tech freshman Carson Bantle has been drafted 5th round to the Coyotes. This guy is described as a 6'3". I think he's like 195. I think, or no, somewhere around that weight. Power forward. And to me, I don't know. You probably don't know this, RJ. Power forward is definitely a big thing in the league nowadays.
Yeah.
Big guys. Compare it to a power forward in basketball, about the same thing. Mm-hmm. They get down and dirty, and he was drafted.
And he's a freshman.
This guy's our age.
It's like
he's
about to go and make absolute bank.
He was honestly. I'm not taking anything away from him. Like that is a major accomplishment to get drafted. Yeah. He was projected higher though.
Yeah,
I think that's a steal for the Coyotes. He was projected 150, went 154th. So he fell. He should have been drafted 4th round. Yeah, 3rd round maybe. But that's still an accomplishment. Mm-hmm. So high 4th round, honestly. Yeah, I just did the math. So I think that might be a steal. Mm-hmm. I think that might be a steal. That's yeah.
After he is young. So after a few years of
I think
getting his bearings and stuff like that.
Don't quote me on this, but I think he has to play at Michigan Tech for at least 1 year.
Generally, yeah.
And then you go to juniors, and then you go to the minors, and then I think that's the normal track. Unless you just go straight to the NHL from juniors. But I think you have to play at least college, because to be a Michigan Tech Husky, I think you have to sign a contract. Don't quote me on this.
Yeah.
I think you have to play at least 1 year here.
Okay.
And then you go...
Yeah, but what's that?
Or you play 4 years here.
What's that 1 year in title now that we're in COVID?
What do you mean?
Like, does he have to play?
He has to be a part of the team. So I don't know if he has to play games, but he has to play 1 year.
Okay.
At Michigan. So practice with the team, I'd assume. Yeah. I don't know how that works. Yeah. Something like that. Moving on. NFL news. Dan Snyder, the owner of the now Washington football team, which they still need a new name.
They do.
There was someone that copyrighted every single name that was put into
What a smart man. I just want to say this. The one person that copyrighted that, that's just kind of
I think
rude,
yeah.
But
he copyrighted every single team name under Washington, except Washington football team. But I don't think he did anything with DC.
Okay.
So I think that's what they were going to do, was put like the DC. I don't know what they were thinking. I remember there was a big talk about this.
Yeah.
So back to what we were talking about. Washington football team owner Dan Snyder hit with even more allegations. This guy has had a problem with allegations.
Yes.
Sexual assault, I should say.
Yeah, sexual harassment and mistreatment.
This guy has a very long history in his own organization, by the way.
Yeah.
So I think it was the cheerleading director.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he was the cheerleading
believe
squad
so.
from 1997 to 2009.
Yeah, so pretty recent, not pretty recent, recent. He and his football team even, and his coaching staff have been under allegations of sexual assault from the cheerleaders for multiple years. I think it's probably going on 10 years at this point. He messed up.
And there is a quote from him, and I'm not going to say it on the air because
it's not.
I don't want to say that on the air.
I'll bleeping
Yes.
kill you.
Yes.
And
there's a longer quote from that one single quote. So there's a worse thing he said in the original quote. And
there's videos
of him saying it. And as an owner to say that, you don't say that.
This guy he should have gotten his he shouldn't still be an owner.
Should not be an owner.
There's proof of such stuff happening. I guess he wasn't correlated, or he wasn't proven to be related to any of the past. I know his coaches got fired, his team got fired, not team, but the higher ups in the Washington football team, then Redskins.
Yes.
They got fired because of it, but I don't think he ever had proof, or they ever had, the NFL ever had proof that he was in.
Yeah, but now they have a quote. They have a witness, Donald Wells.
Oh, there's been witnesses, and they've come forward. I don't know how he still has a team, really.
Mm-hmm.
It's just,
and
he shouldn't have a team.
There's been double digits of women coming forward saying that he said things.
The entire team.
Yes.
There's been accusations of there's a whole calendar photo shoot in the Caribbean that was not right. And and he shouldn't have a team. I can't say that enough. He is a horrible owner. He's worse than the Ford with the Lions for different reasons, of course, but he shouldn't have a team.
Mm-hmm. And there's allegations that he allegedly caused abuse, unwanted advances, used the team for props and team events, some explicit outtakes, stuff like that.
There's a whole history on this. You can spend hours or days going into the history of why his cheerleader. I don't think they have cheerleaders anymore.
And
if
nothing,
they do, there's
nothing against cheerleaders.
No,
but as an owner of an NFL team, you would think that you wouldn't really deal with the cheerleaders. You'd have someone underneath you to deal with that.
Well, yeah, they have a whole hiring process for cheerleaders that he shouldn't have anything a part of. If he has a part of that, I want to question.
Because
why
he's the owner of an NFL team. He should be dealing with the players, the coaches,
the whole staff. I think okay,
but he should
the owner should, in my opinion, of an NFL team should have nothing to do with the hiring of person. Oh, he should have stuff to do with the hiring of personnel. But the cheerleaders, he should have very little.
Yeah.
The only thing he should be a part of is hiring the personnel, coaches.
Mm-hmm.
He should be one of the main vetting processes for coaches, any director of any position, and paying the players. Maybe I'm being ignorant there, but he should have very little to do with the people who actually perform.
In my personal opinion,
even the dance teams.
If you look at college teams,
yeah,
the people that run the basketball program have very little to do with the cheerleaders.
Yes,
the cheerleaders
they're their own program
organization.
Yeah, I think that's how the NFL does it too. Mm-hmm. Which, if Dan Snyder has a thing to do with that, he shouldn't. He shouldn't. He should be escorted out of the facility and never be banned from the NFL.
Yes,
as for owning a team.
Mm.
Is Dan Snyder how did he get money to buy a team?
That's what I want to I assume
Dan Snyder.
I assume he owns some company. He started up a company or something like that. But
Daniel Mark Snyder is an American businessman, majority owner of the Washington football team. Snyder bought the team, then known as the Redskins, from Jack Kent Cook's estate in 1999. He was the founder of Snyder Communications. Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
He is not a good guy,
Yeah.
and he should not
Have access.
to an NFL team.
Yes. And like as like the NFL organization, they should be taking this.
They should be. They should have been.
Seriously.
He shouldn't. He should have been out of the league a
Yeah.
while ago. This has been a long time thing. I remember when this first came out. This was like 4 years ago when it first. Longer than that.
Yeah, longer than that.
I remember I was decently young, and I heard about like.
It was like 2009.
Yeah, this was a right away thing that's still going on for some reason.
Yes.
Moving on, Nick Saban, head coach of Bama, Alabama. Was it Tide? Red Tide, something like that.
Something like that.
Roll Tide, not really. I'm not a fan of Alabama. He has possibly tested positive for COVID-19. There's a little gray area there.
I was, scrolling through that Instagram, right?
Yeah,
And I saw a video and it was like
he tested positive.
it was like one of like the team employees walked into like the testing site and said, "Hey, did Nick Saban's test come back?" The guy was like, "Oh yeah, it came back positive." And he's like, "What?" And he's like, "It came back positive." He's like, "But he's got a coach." And he's like, "Oh, it came back negative." And he's like, "What? You just said it tested positive?" He's like, "Yeah, he tested negative 3 times." And he's like, "He's only been tested once." And he said, "Exactly."
So
here's the thing.
are they running into the same problem they did with Matt Stafford?
Could be.
False or negative, positive, or wasn't it positive, negative, something like that?
Something like it. Well, you got to remember the testing isn't super accurate.
There's
You can't-
margin for error.
There's
there.
margin of error.
And do we think he has it?
I don't know, but I think that there might be something going on.
College football has been scuffed this year. It's
Yeah.
definitely not how it should be. I don't think they have regulations in place like the NFL does.
I don't think so. I think it's all like team.
It's all, yeah, I think it all, because I know the entirety of LSU's team had it.
And but like at the same time, like they shut down instantly. They didn't play any games for 2
Yeah.
weeks. I don't think, and they're
But-
taking it like semi seriously.
Does Alabama have anyone good this year? Are there any upcoming
yeah.
prospects?
Well, yeah, there's always prospects at Alabama.
Yeah. I know Clemson's number one. Speaking of Clemson, they just blew out a team 73-3.
We love to see it.
73-7. That 4 points really makes a difference there.
Yeah, and I think the 7 points must have come from when they threw in their like 4th string, 5th string team in probably.
And they gave up. Yeah. No.
Once you reach like 50, you just kind of.
As soon as you're up almost 70 points on them.
Yeah.
2020 versus the Earth. 2020 has 73 points. The Earth has 7 points. We have, what do we have? Well, 2020 has Kobe, RIP,
RIP.
Van Halen, COVID, and what have we gotten out of 2020? Is there anything good to come out?
Election.
No, that's part of the 73.
Yeah, that's part of the 73.
Does the Earth have any points in?
There's
got to be something.
There's
got to be something.
We got a bomb out of Poland.
But it blew up.
Shoot.
Um,
Wells Fargo is doing. Oh
No.
oh.
Oh no.
Oh great.
Chadwick Bow. Oh wait. Oh shoot.
We're at college. That's not that great either.
It snowed.
It snowed.
I think that's the 7
That's-
points. It
that's the
snowed.
greatest.
We had snowfall here. That's the 7 points the Earth has.
Yes.
So moving on from NFL and college football, the Lakers, if you have been living under a rock for the past week, they won the series, yada, yada, yada. They won it 4-2 against the Heat. Everybody definitely was shocked. Everybody was so shocked that the Lakers beat a team of absolute nobodies. Hate to say it. They have Jimmy Butler, and that's it.
Hey, Jimmy Butler. Don't diss on Jimmy Butler.
He looks like the Fortnite no skin guy.
I know.
But
here's the thing. He at least did something.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
He at least, I think he needs, a chiropractor, maybe a back massage.
Is Jimmy Butler the Matt Stafford of the NBA?
Might be.
He's decent enough to where he can get his team somewhere, but without a team, he's trash.
Here's the thing. I believe his back is really hurting because he got those 2 wins for them by himself.
I think so. So the no masks, like
That's
how we talked
celebration.
about Tampa Bay 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
No masks as a celebration. But there was one guy. There was one guy who paraded the streets in a bubble.
That's amazing.
Like bubble soccer bubble.
That's
Not bubble soccer. He was in an actual. He walked around in a full-on sphere.
yeah. Like, wait, do you want to? I'm just saying.
You want to try it?
You want to try it? Throw it into the Houghton River.
You want to try it? I'd be down.
We can go down
The
Montreal
Portage Canal.
Falls.
Oh,
Montreal
bet.
Falls.
Down any waterfall in it. I'd be down. So no masks, as I was saying.
Yes.
No masks.
Mhm.
Which I want to question why. Because isn't LA like
LA's up there.
they're up there in cases?
Because here's the thing, you see like a lot of influencers, especially down there, like don't wear their mask.
You think so?
Oh yeah. Well, they wear their mask, and as soon as they like, I don't know, like
As soon as they're out of the camera,
yeah,
they take it off.
yeah.
But I feel like they're the ones that promote it so much though.
I know they promote it, but then I
But
feel
they
like
don't follow. They don't follow what they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they all like hang out with each other too, and I'm sure like there's
Sure, they have their own little bubbles, but
even then like you're still talk
still-
to companies and stuff like
Yeah.
that where you can
Where you-
expose them.
and you should be wearing your mask.
Yes,
but-
wear your mask.
Yeah. All right. Moving on, because everyone was so shocked by the Lakers. I feel like if you didn't know that, you're living under a rock.
Mm-hmm.
So, one last thing, MLB. Will Smith has hit a home run off of Will Smith with Will Smith possibly watching.
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. That is the first time it's ever happened. They have played before.
Yes.
They've played against each other before.
Yes.
But
But I what I want to
that's
see
the first time in the playoffs.
what I want to see is Will Smith, throwing to Will Smith batting while Will Smith catches.
With Will Smith umping.
Yes.
How many Will Smiths do you
There's
think there are?
gotta
That's
be.
such a common name,
Yes.
but I just thought that was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Putting Will Smith against Will Smith after hitting a homer off Will Smith. That's
We love to see it.
Will Smith, everyone. What a guy. Finally, moving on. We're gonna get out of sports because that's a long thing. That's a lot of things we could talk about.
Yes.
Your election and your political update coming up here in a few seconds on your weekend review.
Fourscore and 7 years ago, our radio fathers brought forth on this Keweenaw Peninsula a new station, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all students are created equal, that they are endowed by their station with certain unalienable jams. As WMTU continues the fight for listener liberty, remember, freedom isn't free, but the free bin is.
You know, it did say to fight for the liberties and freedoms of our listeners. I think we should fight for the liberty and freedom to party.
Yes. Freedom to
If
party.
you missed it, there was a guy in downtown Houghton, with a outside of a house with a fat doobie, a beer, American flag on his back,
Yes.
and bathing suit,
And then a sign that
and then a
said,
sign that said,
I have the right to
I
party.
have the right to party. I still think we should go to Congress with that. I think that
we could win.
that has backing of college kids around the nation, and
I think we could win. I think we could win.
I think so. I think that enough people could get behind it and vote it in that it could be the 11th right, or no, the 30th Amendment. I think
30th
we
Amendment.
said the
Yes.
30th Amendment was going to be the right to party.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to talk about politics. Views represented on this show do not represent those of the station. We just talk and we say what comes to mind. We don't hold back.
Yeah. And like we are trying to stay as moderate as possible.
Yeah, no, but we aren't holding back.
We aren't holding back.
We aren't holding back.
Yeah.
We are going to let you know how we feel. So, who won the vice president debate? This was a week and a half ago, I think. October 9?
I think
Something like that.
something like that.
We haven't had a show since the 4th. Big
Yeah.
sad. Who won the VP debate? The Fly.
The Fly.
The Fly that landed on Mike Pence's head.
Definitely won that debate.
I didn't actually watch it. I hate to say that.
I just want to say that I watched a little bit of it. I didn't.
Do we know why the Fly? Is it just happened?
It just happened.
And
And,
it
like
just-
I'm talking about like Mike Pence didn't move when it landed on him. He stood there like stern and tall while that fly was just
The
sitting
Fly
on
was
his
just
head.
sitting on his head.
Yeah.
Well, I think yeah. Yeah.
Like, I mean, you could like go back and watch the videos, and like straight up, this thing was just sitting on his head, wasn't moving. Or
I don't think
anything.
his hair even moved.
No.
I think it just.
The one thing I've noticed between like during all this is, Trump's hair kind of goes everywhere. Mike Pence's
just
hair stays there.
built like a Lego character.
That man's hair must have so much hairspray in it.
I mean, guy just has an absolute flow. He got some filthy lettuce on him there, buddy.
You think that when he gets a haircut, they have to use a chisel?
Just no, chainsaw, right across the top. It's like a head trimmer. The Fly definitely won it. I think the Fly is what kept viewers interested.
Yeah,
because it was just a little black speck on the screen. I personally know that if a fly, so when I used to play video games at my house back home, there would always be like, I'm not gonna say there was flies inside, but like, if someone was on the TV and I was on a screen, and it was just a speck of like, I don't know, something that was on the TV, it would bug me so much.
Oh yeah.
I think if I were to watch the debate, that fly would bug me so much.
Here's the thing: if I was in Mike Pence's shoes, sitting on the thing out,
Would you be swatting at it?
Oh, I'd be swatting at it. I wouldn't care how dumb I looked. I'd be hitting that fly.
Yeah, but wouldn't that make it come back even more?
Not if you kill it. You go. What's
the highlight of the debate? Mike Pence killing a fly.
What's the guy's name from the Karate Kid with the chopsticks?
I don't know, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, just
the wax on, wax off guy.
Just imagine Mike Pence
With
pulls
chopsticks. You just pull the chopsticks out of the suit.
just sting.
Yeah, wishing.
That's all you see. That would.
I think that would secure a lot of votes.
Yes.
Karate Kidding a fly.
Miyagi.
I
think that was his
Mr.
name.
Miyagi. Is that?
I think it was Mr. Miyagi.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up. Mr. Miyagi. I think that's how you spell it.
I think so.
Mr. Miyagi is a fictional Okinawan karate master in the Karate Kid film series.
Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi.
And-
Speaking of Karate Kid, you know what show that I used to watch that isn't on?
What?
We're going to get off politics for a second. Super Ninjas.
Super Ninjas?
Do you remember that show? Do you ever have that?
No.
Oh, man. Super
Have you
Ninjas.
seen? There's a new show called Cobra Kai.
Yeah, that doesn't it talk about the guy who Karate Kid defeated, not killed, but defeated.
Defeated, and like the original Karate Kid is in the show too. Like
Is he?
He's the dad of
Oh yeah,
one
yeah,
of the girls.
yeah.
That's,
How do you think you think he wanted that?
I don't know.
Because I know a lot of child actors, like as soon as they get out of a movie series,
Yeah, no. As soon as
they want nothing to do with
well, a
it.
lot of times like what happens with child actors is that's all they're known for,
Yeah,
and no one will rehire them to act in certain things.
that's what
because,
happened
like,
with the Darth Vader actor Hayden Christensen.
Yeah,
He can't get a role.
yeah.
His acting career is done because of how he was forced to portray Darth Vader and Anakin.
Yeah.
Not Darth Vader, but Anakin Skywalker in Star Wars. They saw him. Well, he acted as like specifically how the directors wanted, which was a whiny little brat teenager that eventually killed people, killed young kids. Yeah, rip the younglings. But he can't get a role anymore.
Yeah. It's hard because like once you act in such a big movie, like everyone expects you to be the same.
No.
And if you act in a new movie,
You're not the same.
I mean, even if like Adam Sandler, for example,
Yeah.
like he's acted in so many movies, but if you really look at it, a lot of them are the same.
Yeah. It's the same dry humor, slapstick.
Yeah. Also, did you watch I forget what there was a Netflix movie, Hubby Halloween or something like that.
No.
And it's Adam Sandler, and straight up every single Disney actor that cannot get a job anymore.
Really?
Is in that thing. Like I'm talking about like
I want to see this now.
like China from Ant Farm was in it. Shoot, who else? There's just a bunch of like different actors from different movies.
Yeah.
And it was I mean it was good.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure. No. I've seen Grown Ups, and that's about the only Adam Sandler movie I've seen. I'm gonna be straight honest with you.
That's fair.
Back to politics, because that's what we got started on. The Trump family, the first family, has tested negative for COVID after 2 weeks of quarantining in the White House.
I believe the son.
He tested negative.
He did.
He did.
There was he was asymptomatic. He was tested positive for asymptomatic.
But he tested negative as of a few days ago, I think I saw.
Yeah.
So they tested negative after 2 weeks of quarantining. They just had was it the presidential town hall a few days ago?
Yes, where I think Trump was on CBS and Biden was on ABC or something like that.
No, I don't know. All I know is that they had a full thing that was virtual town hall. He's now tested negative.
Speaking of the town hall.
I haven't heard about Melania though. Melania has been out of the news. Like I've heard Barron Trump has been in the news recently for testing negative. Trump was obviously the president, or he is still the president, I should say.
I assume that if Trump is tested negative, then Melania most likely
but they haven't come on and said that. So I honestly don't know. And I'm assuming that all the people who have been in contact with them have tested negative
most
as well.
likely.
I'd assume so. I'd assume that's just what's happening in the White House. They haven't really said anything.
Yeah, kind of going into the town hall for a hot sec. TV watching. More people watched the Biden debate than the Trump debate.
Did they?
Yes.
Like the town hall?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know it was happening. I hate to say that. I hate to say that I am not caught up in politics. I'm not. I have no interest in it.
That's a fair statement. I mean, neither am I, but like I at least pay a little
you should
attention.
definitely watch it.
But more people watched the Biden debate. The Biden town hall.
I guess I'm not saying anything against either candidate here, but Trump has been in office for 4 years. Hear me out here.
You would think that at least.
You would think that, I mean, at some point you know what he's going to say because he's been in office for 4 years. You know what his policies are, whereas Biden...
I mean, he was vice president for
8
years, but at the same time, like...
He wasn't in the main
And
spotlight.
vice presidents a lot of times, like, talk,
you're
but
in the
like,
Senate.
Yeah.
That's mostly your job, is the Senate. Okay, moving on. Michigan's governor, Gretchen... Is it Gretchen Whitmer?
Yeah, Gretchen Whitmer.
Gretchen Whitmer was a victim of a almost kidnapping by a Michigan militia.
So...
Do we know how they planned this?
I have the exact plan because they went through the militias.
Oh, did they?
So
was it Ohio? Was it
not
Ohio State University?
Could be
trying to get rid of.
We never
trying
know.
to get rid of Michigan Cedar.
So
could have been that state down south.
So they planned to hit the governor with an 800,000 volt taser, and then they were gonna blow up a bridge to slow cops down.
Straight out of a movie.
That's like straight out of a movie. And then there was videos of them practicing tactical training exercises with semi-automatic weapons.
They have like full-on SWAT training.
Yeah, like if you look at my computer, like you can see them like practice.
That's
scary.
Does it say where they're located? You gotta think they're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, they have to be.
Middle of BFE. I don't think that there's no way, like they can't be like in like a big city because that's just way too obvious.
Yeah, they have to be
in the middle of the woods. Go back to those pictures real quick.
The videos of them practicing?
Yeah. Oops. It looks like they're in an open field there, aren't they?
Yeah.
But those guns are loud, I'd assume. So they got to be far away so people... Hey, what's that? Why are there like guys dressed in like camo and army green over there? Semi-automatic weapons. Like, you don't want people asking questions.
Yeah. No, like as soon as like... I don't know. I assume that they're in the middle of nowhere.
Blowing up bridges.
Yeah, here's the thing. They thought this out. Like
They
it
had a
wasn't
full-on plan.
like it wasn't just one day they're just like, you know what, we're gonna go kidnap the governor.
No, this must have been a very.
Mhm.
I mean, the governor did lose a Supreme Court battle, a Michigan Supreme Court battle.
Yeah, she can.
For
We're no longer
COVID.
like in a state of emergency. It's
No.
county by county.
Yes.
Um,
So I feel like that if they really wanted to get rid of the governor's power, that would be enough to deter them. But I guess not. I guess they want to.
but at least 6 men were arrested.
Did they say like what they were going to do?
I assume that they were gonna
Like-
kill her.
You think so? Like execution style, or like
I don't know.
would they like ransom? Would they?
I don't think they would ransom. I think these guys had a mission to get rid of the governor.
You think so?
Yeah.
Blowing up bridges.
Or like, use her as a ransom to get something.
How long do you think they were planning this?
I don't know.
That's
But that yeah.
it's they put time and effort into this.
They did put time and effort. Especially the fact that they were planning on blowing up a bridge.
That's
Like that's scary.
yeah, no. I definitely wouldn't want anything to do with any of these guys.
Yes. And like even if you I have the photos out in front of me. I can show you the
Yeah, let's see the
mugshots.
mugshots here.
So oops.
These guys look like full on.
Yeah, no, like these guys
These guys are thugs.
So even
That's-
I think the main guy was this guy, the ginger.
Yeah.
Um
To the right there.
yeah, with the
Yeah.
with like
Okay. So guy looks like an Irish.
looks like an Irish dude with a goat beard. It's the best definition I can think of. And
He looks like an Irish mobster that you'd run away from on the street.
yes. And what's his name? Brandon Casereta, I think is how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
But that's scary. I don't know if you know this, but Whitmer's daughter has a TikTok.
Does she actually?
And she posts videos of her and Whitmer dancing to stuff. I
Oh no,
believe.
Governor Whitmer. WAP.
No,
Oh
thanks.
no.
No thanks. No thanks. No
Way
thanks.
too far. I should have said that. I can't get that. I'm never gonna get that image
Oh,
out of my
no.
head. That's stapled in my mind now. Never. Oh no.
But yeah, so I don't know. These guys truly thought this out.
Yes,
this was at least 4 months of planning.
I think it was like a year.
Yeah.
As soon as COVID started, they thought about it. That's when they started thinking it's COVID.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I think the FBI was the one that busted
Yeah.
them. But
This wasn't a local. No, this was a national thing.
yeah.
Are any of them from Ohio?
Two.
It's Ohio. It's Ohio.
According to CNN, the 14th person was just charged.
14 people.
So 14 people were behind this.
Was that 14 people in total that were in the militia, or is that just 14?
I think that's 14 people.
Just 14 people. How big do you think that militia is?
And it looks here that the last person was from Wisconsin. And he provided material support.
Okay, so like the weapons.
So now they're going
arms
after
and-
people that gave them weapons.
'Cause
money,
that's
stuff like
aiding-
that. That's aiding a terrorist.
Yes,
organization.
that's literally a terrorist organization.
Mhm.
No matter what your views are, that is you can't go and kidnap
Yeah.
a governor. That's just,
Higgins and 7 other individuals were charged with a total.
do
of 20
governors get
state
Secret
felonies.
Service?
I believe so.
Do you think? I don't know if it's the actual Secret Service, but they definitely have
It's probably Michigan old police officers.
state police.
Yeah.
You think? You think it's state police that protect them?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Do governors go around and rally? Do governors go around and rally
Sometimes.
like presidential wise?
Yeah.
Not to other states, but do they go around to different cities and?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I assume that they go around Michigan just to tell people about them. I think Gretchen came up here
You think so?
at one point to give a speech because she needs the vote. I mean,
She needs
you need votes to get
the UP
position.
is pretty much just one county, isn't it? I could be wrong.
It's multiple counties, but
Multiple counties, but at the same time, it's
yeah.
it's all one.
I mean, Houghton is a massive county.
Yes. All right. That is going to wrap it up for this week's Chach Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Tony,
I'm RJ.
and we are your two absolute Chachas bringing you the stupidest news from around the world. RJ, what's up next for the people listening?
So, I believe it's Country Morning is today.
I believe today is country.
So we're gonna finish up the show with Doing Nothing from of Montreal. So yeah, signing off.
Signing off.
Have a good day.
Have a good week. We'll see you. Hopefully, we'll see you next week, unless they tell me, because I don't live in Watts. Unless they tell one of us that we can't come in.
Yeah.
All right, that's gonna wrap it up for sure.
Have a great day.
Have a good day.